What's up, my loves and fellow creatives? Let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, go ahead and say something in the chat for me. I want to make sure everyone can hear. Hey, loves. Hey, what's up, Della? Hey, Mika. Swirl Couture. What's up? What's up? SV. What's good? Hey. Vanetta on YouTube. Hey, Miss Hart. Hey. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Yes. Good deal. Good deal. Yes, Davina's here. Chantal, what's up, my girl? Melissa, the Zoom is not going to work until tomorrow, but I just wanted to get on today so we could chat a little bit. I could have a little bit of information going into, I even got my little tiny notepad so I can take notes and y'all can tell me what it is, what questions you have, because when we meet tomorrow, we're only going to have about a 20-minute session. Don't mind my nephew back there on the VR. You know, he's doing his thing right now. Yeah, let me just let him do his thing. We're going to talk a little bit about what it is that you might be having questions about in this business when it comes to branding, when it comes to just creating a 6 and 7 figure brand, because I'm breaking it down, but I want to know what it is that needs to be broken down the most, where we need to start, what it is that's really holding you all back, because that's what I want to focus on. I want to make sure that the program isn't just this generic program that I'm making cookie cutter to everyone that wants to learn. To make sure that I'm actually providing the value that you need in this process. So I'm going to start a little bit just saying hello to everybody. Y'all tell me where you tapping in from. Tell me where you're tapping in from, and I'm on YouTube, TikTok, and also on Instagram right now. Hey, Tamara, y'all listen. If y'all don't follow Tamara, y'all better. This is beautiful, beautiful spirit. We have the same exact birthday, April Fool's Day. So she a fool like me. But I want you all to start knowing some of the people that I'm knowing and I'm getting to know in these rooms. And Tamara is an excellent resource for understanding business credit. Tamara, let me know what's your handle on IG? It's Tamara Allen, TamarraAllen. And her business is VA Social Currency. But when I tell you, y'all are going to get a chance, because on during the challenge on the 31st, we're doing a Shopify challenge. It's not a big challenge. It's just really, I told you I wasn't even going to do a Shopify challenge, but the only reason why I did it is because it was our anniversary and you all just really wanted to do Shopify. So on Wednesday, I forgot to put the respect on the name. Dr. Tamara is going to be visiting us and dropping some gems. When I tell you she is a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of knowledge. So let me see where y'all tapping in from. Let's see. We got Mariana, Florida. Brandy, what's up, Mariana? Tiffany, Mississippi, Walls, Mississippi. All right. Davina in Jacksonville. Natanya, hey, love, hey. Dana's in South Bend, Indiana. Okay. And let's see, anyone else tapping in from anywhere else that I don't know? Della's in Mariana. All right, Mariana's in the building. All right. Jackson County. All right. And I'm not right now sharing anything on the screen, but usually I'm doing this thing on these multiple lives so that you all can come over to the YouTube, because usually on YouTube, that's where I can share my screen. I can get into some more resources and we can pretty much get a little more detail. Okay. Especially if y'all need me to show you something on the screen, because sometimes y'all give me random questions and I feel like I can show you better than I can tell you. And I just pull it up and make it work. Tanisha from Palatka, Florida. All right. Samela, New York. Sham is Greenwood, South Carolina. Oh, Brandy, you're all grown up. Yes. Bruce, tell Bruce that I said hey from the embroidery store. Yes, tell Bruce I said hello. I haven't seen or heard from him in quite some time. I know it's been a long time since I've even been back. But somebody's in Miami, Florida on Facebook. I apologize. It doesn't show me your name. I'm not just ignoring your name, but hello, hello. Keisha Rule. Oh, I was bragging on you, girl. I was bragging on you because Keisha Rule rules. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Keisha, you have been killing it. I was bragging on you and your success. What you did 10K between the challenges. And man, listen, we're going to have to bring you on the show. We're going to bring you on the show and get your story of what's been going on. Because I'm extremely proud of you. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some questions. So this is not what we're doing tomorrow. We're actually doing a Zoom room. So if you have not registered to get in the Zoom room, let me see who's registered because y'all know I can pull it up on the back end and tell. Let me get it together though. So if you go to the academy.innatelab.com, which is, if you don't know where the link is, if you're on Instagram, there is a link in the description. And let me see. I'll put the link here for YouTube. I thought I put the link in the YouTube. I may not have. I may be slipping. I may be tripping. And Facebook, I think you would be able to see the link as well. Here we go. So it's tomorrow, Sunday, at 8 p.m. Now, there are only so many seats because the way that Zoom does it, it limits the seats, okay? All right. So however many people can get in the room, those are the people that are going to have access to me. I'm going to, give a little bit of free game. And I want to do this every week. I want to see how y'all like this because Coach Chrissy is holding it down with the Wednesday classes. She's doing a phenomenal job. You all are bragging on her getting it in on Wednesday with your Photoshop. And my thing was I wanted to reel everybody in. I wanted to get everybody into this space, believing in themselves, having confidence in what they can do as an artist, as a creative. But the bigger grand picture is for us to be able to make this a sustainable business that can, help you exit your 9-to-5 or help you do this full-time entrepreneurship or just have an additional stream of income if that's what you want from it. So my goal now is to get you all to where you're pulling this information in and making it a formal business, a formal way of life, and pretty much designing your life. So we're going to talk a lot about that, designing your life, being the brand on demand, building a better brand, all of those good things. We're going to come up with all the challenges, all the things that just get you immediately involved in what it is that you really want to do. So what I'm doing right now is y'all got the link, right? Y'all see the link? Y'all see the link? Okay. So I'll be talking about my mentorship. And there's several levels of mentorship. There's courses that you can get into. There's so much that you can do to improve your current place. But I just need to know where everyone is because you know me, I'm going to meet you where you're at. Okay. All right, look at y'all connected in the comments on YouTube. Y'all better connect. Yes, this is what the network is all about. And that's why I say it's important to get into the room because even this is a room, being present. You're in the room, you're communicating with one another, you're networking with one another. And believe it or not, that's how the majority of all of this growth has really occurred. Okay, getting in the room, staying in the room, communicating with people, not just being quiet and thinking that you don't belong. Like, no, any room that you're in, you belong in because there's a reason why you're there, right? For Sunday, we don't need double screen Sunday. We are literally just just having a live Q&A mentorship session where you will be able to ask me whatever you want to ask me and tell me, like some of you just want to tell me what's going on, tell me what's going wrong, tell me what it is that you're currently struggling with. And believe it or not, I actually welcome that information. I love that type of information, especially when I'm in my prepared place, because my goal is to, whatever it is that's paining you, whatever it is that's troubling you, that's bothering you, that's stopping you, that's causing this false evidence appearing real, whatever it is that's causing that fear, we're going to do an audit of this, right? We're going to do an audit of this and find out what it is that we have the ability to control, to fix, or if we don't have the ability to control and to fix it, then we need to change our mindset so that that is not our concern, right? And that we're focused on the positive, we're focused on the things we can change and we can do something about, so that we can be better, do better, and have better, okay? So let's see. I want to see if y'all have any questions just off the top. I'm taking notes from you all tonight so that tomorrow, just in case anybody gets shot on the live and y'all don't have questions, I'll at least be prepared with some of the things that you all want to discuss. So let's just get straight down to the big question. What is it that's stopping you from making 6 or 7 figures this year, right? Or that's stopping you from doing an additional 6 or 7 figures this year, because some of y'all are already there. I already know it. G&D photography, I already know you're already there at the 6 figures, baby, and you hit it early on this year. So, and I do want to have you come on and talk with us too. What's up, Coach Chrissy in the building? How was class today? Yeah, Coach Chrissy taught a class today on the Automizer. She did a custom skin pack that was the whole graduation 23 jump man, but it wasn't a jump man. It was like a jump graduation female or male, like very ambiguous character that basically is trending so hot right now on Etsy. And what Chrissy did was she made an editable version of it so that you don't have to just buy every single version of it on Etsy. You can literally make it your own. So oh, Chrissy says it was great. Yes, Coach Chrissy. I know it was great. So, and Keisha, I knew you were going to come with some direct questions because Keisha's ready. Keisha is ready. Okay. I ain't mad at you, Chrissy. So Chrissy says strategic planning. So, I'm sorry, Keisha. What do you mean by strategic planning? Do you mean like systems that you have in place to help to plan, organize, delegate, automate, and optimize your processes? Like what do you mean by strategic planning? Give me a little more of an example. Tell me something. Give me an example of what it is that's troubling you. Christina, issue with being consistent with posting content. Baby, you're not the only one. Christina, that is an issue for 99.9% of us. However, there are systems, and I'll bring those systems up too. Let's see, we're talking about being consistent with posting content. So with that, we're looking at creating like batch content, batch reels, just always having something lined up, and then being able to use systems that will do auto posting, or at the very least, because some of these things, I will tell you, some of these systems that are in place that are meant to help people are really hurting us right now because the algorithm is reading them as spammy, right? So we have to be very careful about some of the systems that we are putting in place, and just being aware of how that can negatively affect us too. So even with that, I'm sure that majority of us have some kids that are of a certain age where if we had a phone that was just for our social media, right? And I'm testing this out. So like I said, I'm never going to tell you to do something that I would not do. All right. So I'm testing this out with my niece and nephew. I have 2 phones, as a matter of fact. One's Instagram and one's TikTok. And they're going to help me create social media content and help me post, right? So if that is something that the kids in your life can help out with, then that's also a tax write-off, okay? So let's figure out how we can take some of these problems and turn them into solutions, like real deal solutions. And if we can solve multiple problems at the same time, then why not? If we can have a tax write-off and be able to create more consistent content and trending content, because the kids know what's up. They know what's going on. Hey, Octavius. Octavius is another OG photographer that is absolutely phenomenal at his work and has been killing it with the Photoshop game and killing it with getting into doing all overs and everything that I'm sure that Octavius wasn't even thinking of it when he was initially getting into photography, but now you're doing it all. And Octavius, I see you too, and congratulations on your success as well. I definitely see it. I recognize it. Okay, so Keisha, specifically marketing strategies. Gotcha. And you know what? I feel you when you say you're all over the place. Um, there are people that I am meeting with now that are experts in their respective fields. And I'm putting them on the list to be able to come and speak with us. So we have someone that specifically does Instagram marketing, YouTube marketing, Facebook marketing, TikTok, and then something else I'm missing, but I can't think of it right now. Let me know if there's anything else that I'm thinking of because those are social media marketings. Oh, you got email. So email is more about copy. So it's copywriting. And also, you like using your existing emails. Like I very rarely use my emails. And here's the thing, I'm being transparent because there are so many ways that I'm supposed to be implementing this information. I'm literally coming into contact with so many different ways I could improve the amount of time that I have in a day, improve the profitability of the business, improve just my overall mental health and wellness. Like I am literally coming into contact with this information at such a fast pace. It is hard. And sometimes it's like drinking from a fire hydrant. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel that too. So, and I'm looking at y'all on different devices, and please don't get mad at me if it looks like I'm ignoring you because I'm just reading mostly the comments on YouTube. So come on over to YouTube, Innate Lab. Come on over to YouTube. You know what? Let me pin this comment. Let me make a little comment. It is youtube.com / and Innate Lab. I post it and I pin it. Pin the comment. Okay, so y'all come on over to YouTube. All right, and this is just real informal today. I was honestly about to turn it in for the day, but my mind is just going so wild right now. Great stuff though, really great stuff. Some stuff is not so great, but it ends up turning around and working out in my favor anyway. So my goal is to just get that out of my head and just keep pushing forward, right? Dealing with what we can change, what we have active responsibility and dominion over. That's it. Oh, Octavia says, thanks to me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Octavius, I want to have you on the show as well. So we're going to have a few different segments. And if you noticed, we're going to have some crafting segments. We'll have Coach Chrissy's going to do crafting corner. Wait a minute. What's today's Saturday? Yeah. So Coach Chrissy's going to do crafting corner. Coach Chrissy, are you doing that tomorrow? Just let me know. Just message me and let me know that. So we have that going on. We'll have the Brand on Demand. It's actually a podcast that's launching. We launched at InvestFest and did some interviews there. And I hope to be bringing you a lot more interviews, a lot more content of what can help us in various different ways. Y'all, it's about to get so real. Like, I'm just going to be excited just to be able to get on here and share information. Like, that has always been my lifelong dream. And I don't know about you, but when I get to help someone else, is not necessarily even the monetary reward. it's not the income, but it's the impact. And when I see that I'm actually helping people, I'm impacting lives, I'm, able to be a small reason why somebody's able to exit their 9 to 5s, to be around their families, to not necessarily have to beg another grown person for time off, to just have a day off, just close your eyes and be to yourself for the day. You shouldn't have to have any other reason than that to ask for time off. So I want to know what are your issues, and then also what would be your motivation? What are the things that will that you really want to achieve, so that we can have a healthy balance of those things and understand what we're sacrificing versus what we are working towards. So, yep, advertising and marketing. Naomi, I see that. Yep, advertising and marketing, that is absolutely big. And advertising, it can be a few different ways, and like one of the two big ways that I determine is like paid versus free marketing and advertising, right? So I will tell you this, that so far, one thing that I'm able to really boast about, which is not really boasting, because when you know better, you do better. But I'm able to boast about the fact that we've gotten to 7 figures without any paid advertising. So that is one thing that I want to help to teach you all in the academy. So we're talking about free advertising, and paid advertising is actually what I'm learning right now, advertising and marketing. So I'm learning how to make the most of the Facebook pixels and the YouTube analytics and all of these different things, so that you're just not recklessly throwing money at a product or at a campaign, and you don't know what it's going to do and how it's going to be able to help you. So the strategy behind that is what I'm learning now, and I will be implementing that soon. But I will be able to bring people on that have already implemented this and have already done 6-7 figures with their advertising and marketing strategies. So maybe they didn't do it the free way, they did it a different way, but they got faster results, or they got results in general. So if I could use that same methodology on top of what I'm doing for free, then that's even better, right? And maybe I can even teach them some of the methods that I use to do free marketing and advertising. All right. So let's see, y'all have any more questions, any more concerns? Let's see. Glory Creations by Tiffany. Oh, good sublimation shirts and sub. I use the, if I'm doing all overs, I do the 21 M's. And if I'm not doing all overs, if you need 13 by 19 or smaller, you can almost use any sublimation shirt, but the 21 M's are going to be your best bet for the all over shirts, if you can find them. I've been stocking up on them lately. Okay, and I'm just going through the chat, making sure I'm not missing anybody's message here. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick survey of some things that I have planned to talk about. I just want to know if it's going to be of value, right? So one thing I want you to let me know is, do you have a logo? So that's my first question. So let me know in the chat if you already have a logo. Octavia says, let's set the bar with getting good pictures and editing them. Absolutely. I 1000% agree with you, Octavius. And I would love for you to come on and tell us a bit about your successes, and maybe even give us some free game regarding photography and what we could be doing in this space to make sure that we have good quality images. Okay, so logo, yes. Now, so I'm going to ask, do you have a logo? That's question number 1. Question number 2 is, do you have a trademarkable, which I'm not sure that's the word, but a trademarkable logo? Can you trademark your logo? Can you use your logo without infringing? And I'm going to answer this for some of you because if you designed your logo on Canva, even if you have Fiverr design your logo, or potentially maybe you if you hand sketched it, or you know that you had someone hand sketch it, and you have the rights to that. So some of us don't even have the rights to the logo to trademark it. So that's why I'm asking these questions, because these are things that come up, and too many times we get far ahead in our process and we're not taking the proper steps to secure what it is that we've been working really, really hard for. So I'm really gauging the room, trying to see where we are in our business. How serious are we with our brands, and are we ready to take it to that next level of making it a formal brand? Okay. The other thing I want to ask you about your logo: can your logo be printed in one color? Okay, one color. Usually that means it's going to be vector. It means that it can be flattened to maybe 1-2 colors at the most. But if it can be represented as one color, can your logo be represented as one color? For instance, you might have, let's think of a logo that has several colors, like the NBC Peacock, right? It has several colors in the design, but it can also be represented as a one color design, a black and white design. Okay. Can your logo be represented as a black and white design? I'm asking these questions because all these things are going to be very important for the upcoming the Build a Better Brand Challenge. And I'm taking notes. Okay, and Tiffany, we're going to get to that in just a second too. So the name, whether you want to change the name, have you trademarked the name? Let me know in the chat. So we talked about a logo. Okay, so we have some people that have no logo, some people that may be able to take their logo and make it black and white. I'll tell you this right now: if it has like gradients and gradation of color, and it's not very clean with contrast, more than likely you do not have a logo that can be represented in just black and white. And that's generally speaking, but it's probably 90% true with that criteria. Right. So the other thing I want you to think about, like, let's say, for instance, you want your logo to be a belt buckle or a piece of jewelry, or, let's say that you want it to be like a left chest logo that's just really, really simple. If your logo is not where it can be identified as like a one color design, or basically looking at a black and white version of it, then it will be very hard to take that brand and build it further into future products. Certain print methods won't work. Like if you needed to do engraving, or you needed to create an emblem, maybe a 3D metal emblem. Maybe you're making a handbag, right? And you want your logo to be a handbag like the Louis Vuitton label. You won't be able to do that if your logo is very ornate, or if your logo has a lot of colors, very little contrast. So we're going to talk about those things. And we never really talk about those things. We just get into making things really pretty, really, really outstanding. But when we're talking about branding ourselves now, we have to kind of scale it to where it can be scaled, right? All right. Now, that was my next question. I'm glad you said that, Ms. Hart Williams. Have you trademarked your brand name or your actual mark? Because I have an attorney that is a part of my mentorship group, and she is number 32 out of 33,000 patent attorneys that there exists right now. So she is on top of her game, and one of her expressions is her name is Rosina Pierce. You can look her up. She's on Instagram as well. One of her expressions is you wouldn't build land, or you wouldn't build a house on land that you don't own. So we're literally building brands. We're building brands, right? We're building a presence. We're building brand identity. We're building an audience. All of this on land that we don't own. So that's something very, very important. Like I said, I got into the cute stuff. Like we got into the design, we got into being able to design all over shirts in 5 minutes or less. We killing the design game, right? But where are we in terms of business? Where are we in terms of scaling that business and making sure that we are creating a legacy, right? So those are things that I want to know about. And if you don't, like, maybe that wasn't your concern. Maybe in your head, your biggest concern was getting out Facebook orders, right? But now I'm introducing some new issues to the to the table. But it's okay, because when you know better, you understand what to do next. Okay, so that's where I want to be with y'all. All right, so we got to stop thinking that we don't have to trademark. We got to stop thinking that, oh, we'll have this name forever. My name is so unique that nobody else is going to want it or do anything with it, right? We have to be responsible and really understand the consequences of not being responsible at this level. Nakia says that's so true. A lot of my customers are running into that problem when they're coming to me to get their logos embroidered. And Nakia, I posted you today, love. I posted Nakia was our winner for the 3-day mentorship, and she was so happy to work, y'all. Like, I kind of I feel bad bragging about this, but Nakia came to the booth for Invest Fest and stayed with us for 3 days, literally 3 days and nights, and worked the booth, understood this whole on-demand process, setup, breakdown, speaking with customers, all of this great stuff. And Nakia was just absorbing every last bit of it. And she was just smiling. She was so happy to be there. And she got a chance to meet one of my mentors, one of my first mentors that I really invested in this year, and that's Nehemiah Davis. We call him Neo. So she got a chance to meet Neo briefly, and I know Neo was really busy, so I appreciate him for coming through on that, and just really, stopping by, showing love, dropping, Neo's going to drop gems wherever he goes. So one of the things that I got out of that experience was to do like a just pop-up podcast in the middle of vending for the on-demand brand on-demand booth. So that ended up being something that really opened up my eyes, right? So like I said, you got to get in the room. Like, y'all have to, and not just get in the room, you have to stay in these rooms, and not just be in the rooms, stay in the rooms, but not be invisible in the rooms, right? I want y'all to know that anywhere that you go, I don't care how big or small you think that you are, you belong there. You absolutely belong there. And it's only for you to feel and to judge and to understand why you're there, right? So we got to think of the positive aspect of it. I am normally, if I haven't told y'all by now, I'm usually like the meanest looking, most awkward feeling person in a room. Don't let this YouTube bitch fool y'all. I am not an extrovert unless, and there's a big old asterisk there, unless someone is coming to me and seeking my help or expertise. I love helping people. So anytime I get to help people, I'm in my element. I'm in my space. Anytime I get to be creative, I'm in my element. I'm in my space. So I feel like I'm amongst my tribe and my true personality comes out. And for many of you, that is you too. You just don't know that that's your tribe too. So you get in these rooms, you get in these spaces where you don't have to worry about feeling awkward. Like, I'll tell you where I feel awkward. I feel awkward in the club. I don't dance. I just do the rock away. Okay. I just lean back. All right. Me and Fat Joe have the same dance moves. All right. I tell people that all the time. So in that element, I might not be mad or sad, but people will come up to me and ask me like, are you okay? You all right? And it's just because it's not my element. It's not my vibe. It's not where I feel my most confident, because I'm not dancing. Like in my head, I'm thinking about like what I could be creating next or making next, or, helping someone else do. So it's just not my jam. But when I'm here, when I'm with you all, even when I'm in these big old gigantic rooms with people earning a few more zeros than me per year, I don't feel intimidated. I don't feel like I can't speak up. I don't feel like I can't make connections, because I really do feel like I'm supposed to be there. Right. And that just came from mindset shift, because that wasn't me a few years ago. Me a few years ago, I would be extremely, and not just humble, but like, have you ever like felt like negatively humble? Like you so humble that you're not going to get your blessings because you're not speaking up for what it is that you can do and what you're worth. You have to show up, right? So this is why I'm in the rooms. That's why I'm staying in the rooms. Matter of fact, you don't even have to let me in the room. All you have to do is just present a door to me, and I'm going to kick it down, bust in there. I'm in the room. I'm going to make myself known, and I'm going to make a place for myself, right? So that's all I want y'all to do. We're all going to do this, loves. We're literally not going to miss an opportunity, right? We're not missing any more opportunities. So regardless of finances either, we're going to stop telling ourselves that we can't afford it, okay? As entrepreneurs, as mothers, as providing family members, we know how to make ways, right? So we're no longer going to say, I can't afford it. We are going to find out, and we're going to ask the question, how can I afford it? How can I afford it? And you're going to make a way to do whatever it is that you know that you need to do to really acquire the high level skills that you need, or the systems that you need in order to put into place and make for your success. That's it. Nakia says the experience was phenomenal. Nakia, you're phenomenal, just to let you know. And also, I ended up referring someone. What's up, Big Lou? You putting your big old head on my hair. You good?
Yeah.
No. All right. Well, you might need to sit down and cool off a minute from the VR. All right, Levi, stop being weird now. No. All right, so Nakia, I did refer someone to you for embroidery as well. Someone that that might give you some pretty good consistent business. So thank you. What's up, Tyrone? Hey. Somebody on what is this TikTok? I feel so old. Somebody on the tick of the talk says Nakia is the bomb. Yes. Look at you over here getting cred over here on a whole nother device, Nakia. Awesome. Okay. So I got that. All right. So we're going through some of the things on branding. Let me turn off my country accent for un momento. All right. So I'm also going through some things. Just what I really need to know is, do you know these things? Do you want to know these things? Do you want to explore these things? Do you want to get better at them so that we can all excel and succeed? So we also talked about some of the things that might be holding you back as far as setting up your designs. How are y'all feeling about designs? Y'all still needing help with designs? And don't be shy. If you feel like you still need help with design, then we'll focus on design as well. We're going to make this a holistic type of approach. Like every angle that we need to hit, we're going to hit with this. And even if you're not the designer, maybe you just need help with design resources, which we have a community of thousands of people who now know Photoshop. Thanks to you, girl. I'm going to be a little less humble on that one, because that is a major accomplishment. I brag on you all the time, because number one, Photoshop is not an easy program to just say you're going to just jump in and learn, right? But on top of that, we have really produced probably more graphic designers on this platform, through YouTube, through our Facebook group, through our academy, then I would say some major universities in the past 2 years. I actually would wager that somewhere. I do not bet unless it's a sure thing. So if you ever hear me bet, then know it's a sure thing. But some major universities probably have not gotten the number of people that we've gotten into Photoshop in the past 2 years. So when I say this academy is only 2 years old, but we're doing some things that have not been done. Come on. And on top of that, y'all listen, we are giving high-level skills to our community. Y'all don't hear me. To our community. Matter of fact, people that have never touched Photoshop before may or may not have ever gone to a university or college or taken a course at a higher level outside of high school, are able to really have a high level skill that you can charge at minimum $50 an hour to design your designs. You want to know how I know? Because you have templates now where you can design in 5 minutes or less. And I charge $20 where I charge now $200 every time I do a design. And it only takes me 5 minutes. Okay. So, and y'all know, because some of y'all have paid that $200, right? So I'm just saying, congratulations to you all for taking that step. And I want you to understand how big of a deal it is. I want you to understand that you have bragging rights. I want you to understand that not only are you improving your situation, but you're also giving yourself a skill. Your kids are watching, the community's watching, everybody's watching, and you are making a better place for everyone who's watching you right now, because they're able to see you develop this skill and they're able to see you grow to the next level. Again says, our Guyan says, I love those templates and the Automizer. Come on, Automizer. And the Automizer is literally an invention. The buddy system, literally an invention. The jigs, literally an invention. The split template, literally inventions that came from problems that we had in this community and solutions where we refused to say that it couldn't be done. And that's on period. Yes, that's what Coach Chrissy says. For real. And I want y'all to know that y'all are not only a part of that, but you're the reason for that. So let's not be too humble that we're not understanding what it is that we bring into the table. Okay. So many of you have been able to exit your 9-to-5. So many of you have been able to earn 6 figures a year playing with design, playing with Photoshop. Y'all better let these folks know. Let them know. Please let them know. Because at the end of the day, I was very humble about success. I was very quiet about numbers. I was very hush-hush about what it is that I was achieving, because I didn't want to overshadow the greater group, right? I don't want to be the one winner out of all of the masses of people that are, that are really rocking with me. But when I saw y'all popping up and winning, I felt like it wasn't just me. It wasn't just a fluke. It's not just something that I can say, you know what? Well, I'm lucky, because we know it's not luck. It is definitely some real hard work there. So it's not just me being lucky. This is a system. It's proven. We have social proof. We have folks that are really out here getting it, right? So I wanted to ask you all too. When I ask you what's stopping you from earning 6 figures, maybe that's the wrong question. Maybe the question is, what's stopping you from being consistent? What's stopping you from doing this every day? What's stopping you from actually really having the motivation, the dedication, and the wherewithal to do this as a full-time dedicated gig, right? What's stopping you from doing that? Because that's really, because you may not know what's stopping you from 6 figures if you've never seen the 6 figures. I wouldn't have known how to answer that question, right? So because of that, like I'm trying to restructure what we're thinking about, restructure our mindset, so that we have the proper foundation to lay this business. We have the proper foundation to lay our success. All right, Paula, you need help on creating a template that you use a lot. I got you. I need you to bring that to the session tomorrow. All I really need you to do is show me an image of what it looks like, right? Bring an image of what it looks like. So tomorrow we're going to have, let's see, I'm going to take some of the questions that I'm getting now, some of the concerns and issues that I'm seeing right now. I'm writing those down so I know exactly what we need to address going head on into this. And then I'm going to have the last part of the session. So the last 30 minutes will be you all being able to ask me questions. If I do this on a weekly basis, I'm thinking of doing this on a weekly basis, because I think that's how we were able to get so many people successfully learning Photoshop, is because every single week, like clockwork, We had a course with, I think it was started out on Sundays and then we ended up doing Wednesdays, but every single week you had something new, some new challenge, right? And now we're doing the 5-day challenges where you're getting my attention for 5 whole days. And it takes a lot out of me to do this, but I want you to know you're worth it. Okay. So 5 whole days for these challenges. And we're really working through solving real-time problems. Right. So now one thing that I'm going to introduce is I'm going to call it a round table, because really and truly, I want this to be something where you feel open and you feel free to communicate with me, because I know I'm not readily and easily available, but that's on purpose. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I have to lock myself away. I have to really create boundaries in a space for myself, because that's how I'm able to achieve the growth. It sounds really harsh and it sounds like, something that's really hard to do. But when you have to do it, you do it. And that was my thing. I had to do it for the sake of my family, for the sake of life and livelihood. I had to do it. So now it's a little easier for me to create those boundaries and really focus and give myself the energy and the time and the space and the rest, because I was doing none of that stuff before. So I work much, much less and achieve so much more. And if there's anything that I know that I wish that I would have been able to do for my dad before he passed away, for him to be able to see this in business, is for him to understand that that's essentially what he sacrificed his whole life for. And for him to be able to be a part of what I understand from that sacrifice and how I want to give that back to the community. Like, I want to give that back to everyone. Like, I want you to understand that you can literally work 20 hours a week and still earn what you're earning. You can surpass what you're earning. You can earn in a month what you're currently earning in a year. And I don't think y'all hear me. That's what I'm earning in a month, what I was previously earning in a year. I'm getting to the point where I have earned in a day, in one day, more than I've earned in a year at times, in a single day. So it's possible. And I want us to understand that that's possible. So number one, we could tear down the misconception that it's just somebody that's lucky. It ain't me. It's not for me. Exactly. Get rid of all of that. Because what we need to do is tear that down first, so that we can understand how to build up next to that. What we need to be understanding right now is that it is for me. It is absolutely anything that I want. Not only is it available to me, but it's already mine. I can already claim it. It is innate. It is something that you were born with the rights to. Abundance, right? We don't think like that. That's not how we were raised. Those aren't the words we heard growing up. We always heard money don't grow on trees. We always heard that, we can't afford that. Who do you think I am? The bank? The bank makes up money all the time. If anything, if we needed any confirmation that money is in abundance, then we need to look at the bank, right? So I want us to, number one, that's what we're always going to start with. Anytime we do a challenge, anytime I have meetings with y'all, anytime we're even addressing growth, business, entrepreneurship in general, we're absolutely going to talk mindset first. Because I didn't know it, but all those long conversations that my daddy used to have with me as a kid, until I felt like my eyes was blacking out and I couldn't listen anymore. Like, literally, I would just see black. I don't know what's going on anymore. It was just talking, and me probably rolling my eyes too much. It made my sight go away. But I want us to understand that really is the foundation. And once we have that belief system as our core belief system, the rest is easy. It is. It's just consistency. It's the knowledge. It's collapsing the time that it takes to do something. Boy, if I tell you, if I could have had these templates when I was learning Photoshop, do you know where I would be today? 20 years ago, when I started learning Photoshop from the help files on my high school computer. And it was actually a little over 20 years ago. It's about Dang, about 23 years. Okay, let me not date myself too much. Actually, I don't mind. I am 38 years old, and I'm extremely proud of the fact that I'm 38 years old. And I can say that I have over 20 years of Photoshop experience. And I'm even more proud to say that I can lend that experience to you in the form of the templates, right? So you don't have to know 20 years of Photoshop plus, but what you do need to know is all the pitfalls along the way that I've stumbled and I've fallen and I've lost, and I have had to restart and become this phoenix, not once, not twice, but probably 3, 4, 5 times. So the success that I'm explaining to you is not an overnight success, but it could be an overnight success for you if you're willing to actually follow the blueprint. But we'll get into that later. Okay. We're going to get into that later. Let me see any more questions or issues. I don't have a place to stay focused without being bothered. Tiffany, if anybody feels you, I feel you. I got VR going on in the background. I'm alive right now. Huh? So I get it. And I think a lot of that is actually telling yourself that you do have time. Things are going to be okay. Making time, making space, making. I remember in one of the places that I lived, I made my computer design studio out of my closet, and it was not a walk-in closet, mind you. It was like a little sliding door, a little narrow closet, but I didn't put clothes in it. And I put a computer desk in there at the bottom. And as a matter of fact, the shelf fell on me one time on top of my computer and everything. So that's a long story. But I made a space. And that's what I'm saying. So I made a space. If you have to make a space in a closet, make a space, right? We talk about MWAs, minimum wage activities. And sometimes the reason why we can't do stuff is because we do have these responsibilities that we feel are ours, and we cannot put them on anyone else. But does anyone else ask you for your time, energy, advice, help, trips to the store, using up your gas and eating your groceries? Those people, and sometimes they are the kids, just a hint. Figure out how to get them to help you too, and make it a symbiotic relationship. And here's one thing that my mentor teaches me. Look on your phone. Look at your text message. Do an audit, right? Do an audit of your phone on your text messages. Do an audit on your phone log. Okay. And then on one side, I want you to put deposits. And on the other side of this, you'll put deposits and then put withdrawals. And listen, y'all do this right now. Deposits, withdrawals. Go through your phone real quick. And all you got to do is put the contact name. You don't have to put what they deposit, what they withdraw. But in your life, is that person a deposit or a withdrawal? And in that situation where they called you, were they calling you to be a deposit or a withdrawal? And I want us to be honest with ourselves about this, because this is deeply, deeply rooted in how we're unable to reach our full potential, because we're that person, we're that vessel that's the energy source for everybody else. That is the water, the glass half full for everybody else. And by the time we look at our situation, we don't even have a glass half empty. We on E. We're running on fumes. Right? So we have to start taking that seriously. Now let's look at this retroactively. If you could go back, right, and you could reclaim your time, I want you to think about what you could have done with that time, what you could have done with that money, what you could have done with those resources, that gas, those groceries, right? And just invested a tad bit more into you. Now, if we would have gone back and done that and invested just a little bit more into us, would we not have been in a better place to help someone else, so that this current needing of us, as we're scrolling through our phones, wouldn't tax us so much because we would have it like that if we wanted to give it away like that. Or maybe we would have been such a great example to others that maybe they would have followed our footsteps and actually got it themselves instead of relying on us. So since we can't go back and change time, the best time to grow a tree was 20 years ago. And the next best time is today. Let's think about doing that today, right? Let's start today. Invest in yourself. Somebody in the chat, tell me, are you going to invest in yourself? Say, I am going to commit to this. I want you, because when you use the words I am, those are powerful words. I want you to use the words I am. And I want you to put, I am investing in myself. I am investing in myself. And I'm not going to move on from this topic till I see those words come out on some of these screens. Let's see. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Oh, I got some more problems too. Sales, not having enough funds to pay. So funding, yes, we always got funding is an issue. Okay, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it come through. I know there's a little 15-second delay. Yes, I am investing in myself. Now, I want you to, like, seriously, not just say this, but I want you to commit to this. And what I want you to do is write down a list of these resources, okay? These are the resources that you need to invest in yourself. You're going to need some money, of course, whatever that is, some money. You're going to need some time. Time is actually way more valuable than the money, right? And then you're going to need some direction. Now, whether that direction be mentorship, whether that direction be watching YouTube videos or whatever it is, you're going to need your coach, or at least a resource of guidance. Okay. So in this chat, I want you to commit to the next, let's say 30 days. The next 30 days lead you, September 20th. Write down how much you're going to invest in yourself, how much time, how much money. And then you don't have to put what the direction is going to be. Just tell me where the direction is going to be focused. Is it going to be on marketing? Is it going to be on design? Is it going to be on your Shopify store? So I want you to commit to what that thing that you're going to focus on for the next 30 days is going to be. All right. So tell me the money that you're going to invest in yourself. What are you going to put aside for yourself? If you have to put down Starbucks for 30 days, what would that add up to? If we had to make meals at home and not eat out for 30 days, what are you willing to take for yourself? Because you would do it for the kids. If the kids needed some new shoes for school, or they had an activity or a field trip, or, somebody's birthday was coming up, you'd find a way to get it, right? So what I need for you to do is tell me how you're going to get it for you. How are you going to get it for you, boo? Come on. It is your time. And how are you going to get this time back? How are you going to reclaim this time? I want you to tell me, how much time are you going to give yourself? 30 minutes a day? An hour a day? 2 hours a week? Tell me. I want to be specific, because what will happen is we give ourselves these grandiose statements, right? And then nobody holds us accountable. So I'm telling you to put it now so that I can hold you accountable. Believe it or not, I be remembering these sessions that we have, the names, what y'all are doing, what you're working on, what you said you were struggling with. I remember these things. So I need 3 things from you. Put the dollar amount that you're going to invest for the next 30 days. Put the time, the amount of time and frequency. Don't just put 30 minutes. 30 minutes what? 30 minutes in the month? 30 minutes in a day? Let me know. The time plus the frequency. And then the third thing that I want you to tell me is What are you going to work on? And just be very specific. Y'all don't just say, I'm going to work on the business, because you're not going to just work on the business. You're going to be all over the place. Trust and believe me. I just want you to work on your number one thing, the number one thing that you feel like is holding you back. If it's posting on social media or posting your products into your online store, if it's starting your online store, give me, what is it? One thing, one major task that you're going to dedicate this time and this money into. And now y'all getting quiet on me. See, this is what I can't let y'all get quiet on me, because this is where I hold you accountable. This is where we actually stop talking the fluff. We stop on the motivational side and we get to the actionable side. We have to take action. If you want to see a change, if you want to see results, you have to take action. And they say, when you know better, you do better. Now you know better. I need you to commit to that. I need you to commit to not only knowing better, but doing better. Faith, contact Erica Kane, the admin for the Innate Creators Facebook group. All right, so Keisha, I knew Keisha was going to come through. Come on, give me the real. 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. Okay, so that's 10 hours. You're going to commit that to yourself. What financially are you going to set aside for your investment in yourself? And then, Keisha, I need you to tell me what you're going to work on. Because you told me earlier it was marketing strategy, right? Mm-hmm. Teresa says 1 hour per day to focus on online marketing and social media using a $100 investment. I like that. So very specific. You're going to focus on online marketing, social media, 1 hour each day, a $100 investment. $300, Guyan. And what are you going to do with that $300? And what are you going to do with your time? And what are you going to, what issue are you looking to help clear up or resolve or solve in this 30-day period? Posting products to your online store, Tish, that's a big thing. Let me tell you this. Like, I have so many files and so many different things that I could have been putting into an online store for years. I have compiled these things. And every time, I look at all of these files, I'm like, do you know how much gold I'm sitting on that I'm not posting? So if that's you, Tish, that is an excellent thing to do. 1 hour a day posting products on your online store. I love it. Give yourself a budget. Because what I want you to do with that budget is, we'll talk about it, but if you're doing like a Shopify store or an Etsy store, I want you to put that money towards marketing. Okay. And watch it grow. Watch it grow in 30 days. Facebook user says money, $100, time, 2 hours a day. And the direction is your Shopify site and consistently posting. Now, I will tell you, we have a Shopify challenge coming up. I think I got as many people as I really want in that challenge, because Shopify is a little intense. But we are doing a 5-day Shopify challenge. It's $297, but it's 5 days. And we literally go through setting up your store, setting up your design, your mock-up, basically designing the whole thing from the ground up. So if you are interested in that, look for the Shopify challenge. It's on the Innate Academy site. I haven't been promoting it because I think we're pretty much at capacity. Like I said, that's an intense class. I didn't even want to teach it, but I told y'all I would for the anniversary. So, so definitely consider signing up for that. Right, Keisha, $500 a month marketing. Let's go. You can do something with that, Keisha. You absolutely can. Naomi is $100 a month, 1 hour a day, marketing and getting myself out there. So I'm hearing a lot to the tune of marketing. So since I'm hearing so much about marketing, I'm going to talk to a new buddy of mine who happens to do quite well with marketing his brand online through Google. Google Ads, I believe, is his main source of marketing. So since I'm hearing that, that's why I need y'all to talk to me. I need y'all to talk to me because I really need to know this information. What's going to help you so that the people that I'm getting in the room with and talking to and networking with, I can bring them over here to give good information. All right. So marketing, I'm seeing a lot of marketing. Posting. Now I have someone with that too. So I have someone for like Instagram. And when I tell you he is fire, like he earns 6 figures a month only posting on Instagram. So I'm going to see if he will come on and give us some jewels, some information, some time. And so that is considered still marketing, but more social media. Okay. I love this. I love that you all are participating and really getting into deciding for yourself what you're going to do to change. Eleanor, bi-weekly. Okay, $50 bi-weekly, 1 hour a day, working on mastering designs. Oh, Eleanor, that's going to be easy. That's going to be easy peasy. Eleanor, if you don't have the subscription, the least expensive thing that you could do for doing the designs is to sign up for, there's a $50 monthly membership. But if it's your first time signing up, you'll get 4 immediate courses unlocked on day 0. Then you'll unlock 2 courses every 7 days. So that's a total of 12 templates and courses you will unlock in your first 30 days. Now, I don't tell people like, oh, just join for 30 days. You're going to get, maximize 12 templates, and then you can just quit. Because most of the time people see like the things that are going to continually unlock, they want to keep and continue their membership with the Academy. But if you just did that, that's a minimum $50 investment. You have 12 templates and classes. So technically, if you did an hour a day, you could work through more than one template in a week. And you probably could get through the 12 in that month span, especially if you did some weekend time. So that could be a challenge for you. That could be the thing that you invest in. That could be the thing that you pour into with very minimal investment. If you said you want to master design. All right. So what I'm going to do, let me pull up on here. Let's see. The Academy, because sometimes I get so much into like just the regular routine of things that I forget that we have new folks. We have folks who may not even know that we have an Academy, who may not know that we have bomb Photoshop templates and tutorials. Okay, cool. Awesome. So I'm going to share my screen oh, shoot. I got to put it on this other screen. I have this like really, really long screen. There we go. Boom. All right. So can you all see my screen now? So just to let you know that the Academy is where we started basically doing the weekly courses for Photoshop. And as you can see, we have a lot. We have built a lot over the past 2 years. We have really had our like pedal to the metal, like going hard, all gas, no brakes, like consistently putting out work, consistently doing courses and doing basically weekly new templates. So if you are interested in joining the Academy, and I you know what? I haven't done this in so long. I forgot my whole spiel. I forget to tell y'all about this. And this is my fault because I'm not marketing like I should be marketing. Right. So if you join the Academy today, you get 101 to 104, right? Instantly. That's within like 0 seconds of joining the Academy. Then 7 days later, you'll get 105. So 105 is the next course after 104, but you'll also unlock the more recent program. So right now, I think we're at 186. So you'll unlock 187. And then when you unlock 106, you'll unlock 188 and so forth. So you'll unlock a new one and one of the older ones at the same time. And that is because of a fluke of this program, because it wasn't supposed to do that. So you will literally, as a new member, you will unlock 12 templates in your first 30 days. So if this is something that you're interested in doing and interested in really delving into, and you want a resource that is literally $50 and you get 12 Photoshop templates that are worth $30 a piece, I mean, I don't know where else you're going to get that deal with this level of quality, with, this intense of instruction and support, because we have a whole Facebook group for support. We have YouTube videos galore for support. And we also have live classes on the weekends. If you want to pay to do live classes, then we have hands-on classes on the weekends. And Wednesday, if you're a VIP member, that one's $97 a month. You unlock the same courses, but you get to go to the live classes that we have every Wednesday for free if you're a VIP member. So, like I said, there are resources. I meet you where you're at. I even have some free templates on here. I have steadily given out free game or very, very, very inexpensive game. Let me put it that way. And then, of course, we do have some of the weekend classes are usually $197. We have the mentorship, which the inner circle has been closed for some time now. We're opening the inner circle back up in September. So I'll be explaining a little bit about that again too. So the inner circle is where I meet with the inner circle members at least once a week. And we are helping to develop folks in terms of, do you want to just sell more product? Do you want to coach? What is it that you want to be able to turn into your six-figure earning stream, right? So I don't talk too much about that, but I probably will start letting you all know more about that, because we'll be opening it up again in September. Right. But right now I want you to focus on these challenges that are coming up. I told you about the Shopify challenge. We are pretty much at capacity for that one. So I probably only have a couple more seats open for Shopify, but it is a 5-day challenge. I don't know why I signed up for this, because it's going to be so great for those of you who have enrolled, because we're going to get the Shopify store done in that 5-day challenge. But I am going to tell you, it's not easy, but I make it simple. Can I give it to you real like that? Like, it's not easy. You're going to have to do the work, but I make it simple. I make it simple. It's templates. It's to the point. You follow me step by step. You walk along beside me step by step, and you're going to have not only your Shopify store, you're going to have a product design, you're going to have mock-ups done, and you're going to have all of the elements like your banners and your little favicon. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but the little icon that's at the very top of your browser. You're going to have your logo in there. You're going to have your color scheme represented there. All of this, you're even going to do a little bit of editing code in Shopify. So yes, we're going to do that together, and we're going to make that a 5-day challenge. And more importantly is the Build a Better Brand Challenge, because so many of us are growing. So many of us have these goals and these dreams and these ideals of being 6- and 7-figure brands, but that our foundation is weak. And I'm saying our foundation is weak because I have to actually backtrack and do some things for myself that I didn't set up properly, but I knew that I was supposed to set up a certain way. I just kept putting it off. And I don't want that to be you. As a matter of fact, all of the information that I present to you all is literally to collapse the time, the energy, the pain, the effort that I have learned throughout this process. If I can collapse my 20 years down to where you can learn this in not even 2 months, 60 days, that's my goal, right? Because I'm going to have so much greater success for me, because success for me is impact, remember? So I'll have more success knowing that you got it done in 2 months rather than 20 years, okay? So let me help you do that. And a part of that, like I said, I'm going to meet everybody where they are. If you can't, if you at this moment are not ready to invest. I'm not going to say can't invest, because we're going to find a way in something that we want to do. I found a way to do it, and it was scary as hell. I'm not going to lie. It was scary as hell to invest 6 figures this year in coaching, in mentorship. It was almost like I can't imagine not doing it now. I can't imagine not being on this path. I can't imagine doing the slow bucks route rather than the what is it? Get rich quick. Get rich quick, or would you rather get rich slow? I'm learning these things now, and all of the things that was meant to make me feel bad about having success are really transformed simply by mindset, simply by mentorship, simply by being in the room with other individuals who have already done what it is that I seek to do, right? So just letting y'all know, I will be opening up the mentorship. So I know a lot of you were interested, and we only had so few slots in the beginning because my thing was I really wanted to make sure that I had that attention available to the Inner Circle members. So we'll be opening that back up. But yesterday's price is not today's price. Just letting y'all know that part too. So when you have an opportunity and you can take advantage of the opportunity, especially when it comes to price, get on in there. Get in the room, okay? Get in the room. Just get in the room. You're going to find a way to make your place in the room. All right, love. So I have really run past my time. I was supposed to get off at 9, and y'all just let me talk. Oh, look, Chrissy, what'd you say? 2 hours a day, 150. Yes, and marketing. Innate, you're going to do your Innate Lab classes and marketing. Love it. Love it. Perfect. And you finished up to 110 already? Ah, Chrissy. Oh, you know what? There's something that I wanted to do for those who ended up, and this was supposed to be something that we did kind of like in a secret email, but I'm going to let y'all know. Anyone who did not or was not able to continue their subscription, we did an anniversary where we made the subscription available. We're going to reopen the possibility of doing the $30 for those who are no longer members, and for those who are members and just need that break. But I need y'all to be paying attention, because when I make this available, it's only going to be available literally for like maybe 3 or 4 hours. Because if we leave it open for too long, it'll be all kind of havoc and all kind of messiness. So we have to actually like manually make these changes for you all once it's in the system. Joy says, yes, please. So some of you who are saying, oh, I had to stop my subscription, this, that, and the other. I understand their reasons far beyond our control a lot of times. And with the anniversary, with back to school, with the economy doing the diddy wop right now, I understand all of these things. And every now and then I get myself in trouble with E because I offer something that I ain't supposed to be offering. So all I'm telling you to do is make sure that you watch out for the live tomorrow. Hint, hint, the live tomorrow. So if you're in the room with the Zoom, you're going to know first. I may or may not. You know what? No, I'm not. I am not going to put this on YouTube. Yeah, I think I'll just keep it in the Zoom room. Let y'all feel exclusive. How about that? Oh, Keisha, you breaking down your event. Girl, what event you working? I need you to post in the group and tell us about it. Yep. So TNP Customs, I'll invest $25 a week getting shirts, the video. Okay, so basically you're investing the materials that it costs to make physical products as you want to make your marketing material. That's smart. That is very smart, because sometimes the mock-ups aren't going to be as convincing if they don't see that you're making something, right? And you're going to invest 3 hours a day for 4 days per week. I love it. Yes, yes, yes. And using your time, getting your templates together so you can get better. That's it. That's all it takes. Do y'all see how easy that was? And nobody had to say anything that was just totally like out of this world or just unbearable. Like, you all gave reasonable time, reasonable amount of money, and reasonable tasks that you can get done in 30 days. Let's get it. Oh, E, I see E with the eyeballs. All right, y'all just make sure that you come to the Zoom session tomorrow. I'm going to check real quick, make sure y'all were able to enroll and get into the Zoom. Get into the Zoom, to the room. Hold on. I'm over here. You know, I can't do two things at once. So I'm going to have to stop talking in order to click, just so y'all know. I'm clicking, and I can't talk. And then I use my hands to talk, and that's why I can't use the mouse. All right, so let's see who is with me tomorrow. All right, so we have right now 50 people signed up for the webinar. It ain't really a webinar. It's really me just talking. Like, I'm like, yeah, for my webinar. I was like, girl, just stop. So that's why I like to call it round table, because it's informal. It's us really getting a chance to talk. I won't feel weird. I don't feel weird anymore. I've talked to myself so much, it doesn't feel weird anymore. But let's see. Brandy, congratulations for being in the room. Camilla, congratulations. Samela, Christina, Dana, Darlene, Denise, Davina. Let's see. Eleanor, Erica, Holly, Aisha, Jacinta, Jasmine, Janae, Julius, Kendora, Cora, Christelle, Lacarsha, Lakita, Laketia, or is it Lakeisha? Laketia? Let me know if I'm saying your name wrong. Lashana, Latricia. Let's see. Oh, that's an email. Somebody at Comcast.net. Lisa, Lavetta, Melissa, Monique, Monica, Natanya. Yes. Nakia, Naomi, Paula, Quisha, Nicole, Rona, Ruby, Sandy. Look, I love seeing y'all's name. It's just making me smile. Shanta, Sheila, Shilly, Sherry, and Tabitha. Tania, Teresa, Tia, Tiffany, and another Tiffany, and another Tiffany, and Tanya, and another Tanya. Look, I can't wait to see y'all tomorrow. I want to have something so spectacular. You know what? I'm not going to send it in an email. I'm only going to send it to the Zoom room. My whole point is to tell y'all to get into the room. So I'm going to reward the people that get into the room. There's a limited number of seats. Okay, 50 people just signed up. On my Zoom, I can only have 100 people on the Zoom session at a time. Just to let y'all know. Just to let y'all know, we're already halfway to capacity. So in the Zoom room, I'm going to make sure that I have an irresistible offer for you. I'm going to make sure that when you enter that room, you're going to know you were there for a purpose. You're going to get some questions answered. We're going to have a good time. We're going to really map out what it is that we're going to attack on this challenge, right? What you need so that I can bring the people that we need to this platform. But more than that, more than the information, which the information is really the prize, I'm going to make sure that for your time, that you really get something of extreme value. Okay? All right. I see some of y'all are excited. So I am extremely excited. I'm extremely grateful for you all. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for us. This is a community. This is a symbiotic relationship. I tell y'all all the time, I need y'all more than you even think that you need me. Okay. The link, if you want to sign up for the courses on the Academy, I posted it earlier. Let's see here. Here, I'll post the link again. There it goes. So that's the Academy link, like I said. And it's whoever gets into the Zoom room first. Let me be clear, because 200 people can sign up and get the Zoom link, but only 100 people can fit in the room. So get in the room, get to the front, sit in the front. Don't be like you were in school. You know how we used to sit to the back so we could be quiet and not be seen. Get in the front, be seen, be heard. Let this be your opportunity to maybe get some light on a situation that's had a lot of shadow and that you haven't had anybody to talk to about it. Okay? Make sure when you get the opportunity that you're taking advantage of that opportunity. All right, so I am going to head out for tonight because I'm probably finna get in trouble with E. But listen, y'all are worth it. You're worth it. All right, and for the people that are in the Zoom room, yesterday's price is going to be tomorrow's price. If you can get in the room, if you can get in the room. All right, and then for those of you who may have had to stop your subscriptions, and we can see that at some point in time you had a certain level of those unlocked. We can unlock so many of them manually, and then we can't keep it unlocking from the old end. It's going to naturally progress from the old end, but from the new courses will unlock regularly. So we'll even work on that for you. And I say we, but that's E, and I'm putting more work on her. So she's really about to put those eyeballs on me right now. Coach Chrissy says, get in the room with the GOAT. Thank you, Coach Chrissy. So, Coach Chrissy, I have to share my title of GOAT because you have been killing it and teaching and helping. Y'all, Coach Chrissy, and I'm going to let Coach Chrissy tell you about herself. Coach Chrissy, tomorrow, I hope you can get in the room and tell them a little bit about yourself, because Coach Chrissy is really like gone from not knowing anything about Photoshop, not just learning and mastering Photoshop, using one $10 template. That's why I say it has to work, or it has to work. When you have the mindset it's going to work, it's going to work. She took one $10 template, kept using that same template for everything from graduation to remembrance and whatever it was, whatever project was, one $10 template. The 125 template, I believe it was, right? One $10 template turned it into $30,000 in 2 months for her graduation season. That was a year ago. This year, Coach Chrissy told us that in the month of June, she's hit 6 figures. First time ever. Listen, I got to let Coach Chrissy tell you this herself. And when I say Coach Chrissy, I put respect on Coach, because Coach Chrissy has worked her way into knowing this process, not just the design of it, but actually knowing the marketing side of it, knowing how to set up the Etsy stores, knowing how to market, knowing how to get contracts with the schools. Y'all, Coach Chrissy has so much in store that she's willing and ready and able to share with the community. And it's all because of her experience here being something that has helped her flower, that she wants to help you flower in those ways. So be in the room, pay attention, take notes, be active. Invest in yourself, okay? And I'm going to stop preaching because I can have y'all here all night with me talking to myself in these 3 screens, okay? But I love y'all, and I appreciate you dearly. And until next time, bye. Bye, y'all, for real.